The notion that large financial institutions will never make use of XRP is a significant piece of erroneous information that is being disseminated about the XRP community. It is my intention to demonstrate in this video why that is not even close to being accurate, as well as why some of the most prominent financial institutions in the United States are already collaborating directly with Ripple on various cryptocurrency projects. In all honesty, I believe that this will demonstrate to you that Ripple is beginning to become an integral element of the banking system of the future, and that this is not merely a theory or a hype. In addition, I would want to discuss the recent and significant event that occurred in the Bitcoin market, which was the closing of the market. Not too long ago, we witnessed a loss of around $1 billion in a matter of minutes. Why am I unable to experience any less anxiety? I would like to discuss the possible reasons why this has taken place. During the first 3 months of the year, John Deaton has been able to raise more money than Elizabeth Warren, according to the information that we have. In contrast, Elizabeth Warren only managed to raise $1.11 million, while John Deaton was able to raise $1.36 million. In the event that this does not demonstrate that John Deaton is capable of successfully defeating Elizabeth Warren in this campaign, I am at a loss for words. I am aware that a plethora of individuals do not wish to contribute, ladies and gentlemen. Despite the fact that I am aware that many people are unable to contribute money, I believe that you should still read the message that XRP John Deaton has sent, even if you are unable to send, and even if you are unable to send money. The fact that John Deaton is already well on his way to realizing his desire of defeating Elizabeth Warren is a wonderful indication that he is already well on his way to achieving that dream. When John Deaton was serving in the Senate, he would go on to become a national hero in the United States. He is a very fascinating individual. To ensure your safety, he will always do everything in his power. As a result of this, I want to strongly encourage you to assist John Deaton in any way that you can, regardless of how tiny the measure may be. What he actually needs is all of our assistance. To put that into perspective, we are off to a fantastic beginning, and I hope that this makes it very clear to you how much of a difference you are already making. However, before I proceed with that, I would like to briefly discuss some incredibly intriguing news on the ways in which major banks are utilizing XRP. This misconception that large financial institutions will never use XRP has been circulating for a considerable amount of time. They solely utilize the unified software that Ripple provides. They were able to maintain their own records. They do not intend to make use of a general public record. I want to dispel it right now because I believe that it will really show you that the majority of the people who are spreading this myth are just attempting to confuse you and scare you away from XRP because it pays them money to do so. It is not true that the individuals who are circulating these allegations actually possess any XRP. They have invested money in projects that are in direct competition with XRP. As a result of this, I would like to show these videos for you so that you can see and understand how clearly these large corporations are utilizing XRP and collaborating with Ripple on cryptocurrency initiatives. Ripple will be an essential component of the infrastructure of the future generation of financial systems when they finally begin to operate, as this should demonstrate beyond a reasonable doubt. Pay great attention to this at this moment. Using stable currencies is something that can be done. They function similarly to a CBDC, but there are no actual rules to follow. The final category is the non-regulator, which is in favor of cryptocurrencies. In this regard, we take a look. Bhutan and Bangladesh are located in close proximity to one another. A CBDC is being constructed in collaboration with them, and it is a country in its own right, complete with its own currency. It has been somewhere between a year and a half and 18 months since we started working with them on this process. Currently, the project is in its third phase right now. To let people know where we stand with them and what is going on, we will communicate this information over the following few weeks. Getting a CBDC to BC to work in the country, on the other hand, is the most important thing. A significant factor that drove Bhutan to select Ripple was the fact that our XRP ledger is extremely durable and does not generate any carbon either before or after it is used. That nation has a significant requirement for that component. However, on the opposite side of the island is Palau. Even though they are not a part of the United States of America, the island nation of Palau is considered to be a dollarized country. This implies that they use the dollar for all of their transactions. As an example, they are not a state. It is a secure coin that is backed by the bank, and we are creating it for them. It will be a coin worth $1 each. On the other hand, Palau does not have a central bank. It is for this reason that they do not possess their own money, etc. On the other hand, they do have a Ministry of Finance and collaborate with banks in the United States. Essentially, the secure coin would be backed by one of the major institutions in the United States of America. As a result of the fact that the Federal Reserve and that bank both support that American bank, it is equivalent to $1 in regard to all practical considerations. Currently, there are a lot of discussions taking place regarding two projects that are currently in progress that are really interesting. I am of the opinion that a fantastic safe coin based on the United States dollar or the European euro would make that more helpful. On the XRP ledger, that is exactly what we require in the most urgent way. In the event that we had truly good stable coins in the major currencies, which we do not now have, we would be able to use the DEX more frequently. And this is just another thing that we are hoping will take place. We were actually very, very close to achieving that. I was under the impression that the agreement we had would be finalized. The Securities and Exchange Commission SEC filed a lawsuit against US around 2.5 years ago. The transaction was unsuccessful as a result of that. But we'll see. On the other hand, we are now in discussions with banks and other major financial organizations regarding the possibility of issuing certain premium stable coins that would make that more beneficial. In an effort to make this more feasible, we are currently in discussions with banks and other major financial institutions over the possibility of obtaining them to issue premium stablecoins. Currently, Ripple is in the process of producing stablecoins for nations that are supported by the largest banks in the United States, which are supported by the Federal Reserve Corporation. As a result of the fact that these large American banks appear to be unaware of what is going on, they do not provide financial support for these projects. The construction that is taking place here, as well as the operation of Palo, are both well known to them. Through the release of digital dollars, which they take into consideration, they have reached an agreement that Palo is able to take part in the XRP ledger. Ripple and the XRP system are already being utilized by a number of large corporations as shown on this list. It is impossible for the mass media to ever provide information of this nature. In addition, the well-known currency experts who are constantly expressing negative opinions about XRP and Ripple will never accept it once it is released. What is most essential for you to be aware of is the fact that Ripple is connected to major financial institutions. Make a note of this one. In order to facilitate the operation of the company, Ripple is receiving assistance from one of the 7 major banks. This demonstrates that Ripple collaborates directly with a number of the most prominent financial institutions in the world. At this point in time, a lot of people are asking, then why isn't the price going up or at the time that they return? In that case, why is it that we are unable to witness the construction of these things in real time? It is still early. The plans are being formulated by them. They are putting it all in its proper place. As soon as it is time to launch these products, they are completely prepared for it. Over the course of the past 5 years, the major banks and several other financial organizations have been working on these products. They are currently making preparations to implement them in the actual world. There will never be another blockchain that is capable of effectively carrying out its own operations. Because of the level of research and development that has been done, there will never be another blockchain that is comparable to it. In the background, Ripple has been collaborating with these organizations to provide the groundwork for the next generation of financial systems. When it comes to their actions, XRP will be the most significant. Since Ripple is openly stating that they are working with these American institutions on this technology, it is important to be aware that anyone who claims that these large banks do not use XRP or that Ripple does not have direct working relationships with these kinds of institutions that use the XRP ledger is either lying or completely unaware of what they are doing. One other thing about this is something I want to demonstrate to you before we look at the charts of the XRP price. ODL, which is a component of Ripple's technology, is being utilized by Fubon Bank in order to facilitate the transfer of funds throughout the globe. The assets that are under the management of Fubon Bank have a value of around $500 billion. What is more obvious is that I do not know how to express it. Large corporations all around the world are implementing this technology because they believe that things will undergo a transformation. I would like to bring to your attention that these large corporations do not sell technology. Rather, they deal in assets, they have all the resources and value, but they're not building any new tracks to share it. They don't have the essential knowledge and abilities to finish it. These huge owners and managers of assets want better ways to move money around. They want better techniques to keep their worth under check. What they want are better ways to transfer, tokenize, and do all the other things that blockchain technology can do that bring value. I suppose it doesn't get any clearer than this. There are no intentions for these huge firms to partner with Ripple to build hidden databases, messaging protocols, or centralized software. They are working with Ripple to acquire access to the XRP ledger so that they may construct cutting-edge financial technologies that will be vital for the future. It's not a game for these organizations to work together with Ripple. They're not working together to bring Swift back in a form that works on a smaller